thing you most want to hide, that's often the thing that will have the most impact on people.
This is my second year of Sex Geek Summer Camp, and I came back because after last year I had a lot of great success, and a lot of that success can be attributed to things I learned at camp and the people that I met at camp.
It was my great honor, to be in the company of all of these campers that, are sexologists and teachers and educators.
Sex Geek Summer Camp has been amazing. One of a lifetime opportunity, lots of great people, lots of great information, and I cannot wait to go home and put it all into action.
I really enjoy Sex Geek Summer Camp for what it gives to me and what it gives to my ability to meet people and who can be a support to what I do in my life.
What I get most out of it is the community and the amazing people and peers and experiences that I get to have here that just would not have occurred had I not come to camp.
Come to Sex Geek Summer Camp!
Thank you. Got these used. They're not originally mine. They did wear shorts like this back in the late 70s, early 80s, as well as headgear and wrist gear. Welcome to camp.
My name is Maya Casilla, and I am new to the Sex Geek Summer Camp experience. The top lessons that I've learned in these 4 days that we've been here so far have been really narrowing down who my demographic is and what my specialty is, what my gift in this movement and in this community really is, which is to empower people, specifically right now, to empower women in their bodies. And the holistic aspect is super important to me, and I was thinking that everyone at camp would be, along a similar path as me, and I've been so pleasantly surprised that there are people in the full gamut of sex geek and non-sex geek type of work. So there are therapists here, there are counselors, there are educators, and as far as I can tell so far, I'm the only holistic sex educator, which has been a huge relief and a good learning lesson too. If you're not sure if you want to come to Sex Geek Summer Camp, let me tell you from the bottom of my heart that the learning of business and all of the tools that Reed and the team of teachers that he has come with him to this event is spectacular. Like today we got a rundown on tools and specific websites, plugins, all that kind of information that I was completely clueless to, and it's really been so helpful. And on top of that, the community of people that come out to this event is so spectacular and have helped me so much with content and website design. Oh, YouTube, I've decided that I want a YouTube channel. So if you're on the fence, just do yourself a favor and come. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Lola, aka Dirty Lola, host of Sex at a Go-Go. One thing I learned at camp was
the YouTube stuff. That's something I've been struggling with. So it was really nice to go over it again, because last year when I went over it, I don't think I was as receptive to it. And this year I'm kind of like, game, I need to do it, and I feel a lot more comfortable that I have that info. I really enjoyed hanging out with my fellow campers this year. I spent a lot of time bonding with people and sharing information. Lots of good brain sex. Lots of good sharing tips and tricks and just talking about what we do, which is great because I don't get to do that all the time. So I really enjoyed that. So if you're on the fence about coming to Sex Geek Summer Camp, ask yourself what it really is. Is it, if it's about being in the forest? Don't worry about it. I hate bugs. I'm not big on nature, but I've loved it. Tenting has been fine. The food is good here. The people are great, and if it's the price, there's a payment plan. So just do that because it's worth it. It's worth every single penny.
Hi, I'm Sarah Wessels. I'm here at Sex Geek Summer Camp. One of the things that I learned here at camp is that I'm not as far away from getting my business up and going as I thought. I've got a few clients now, and they gave me some great pointers on how to really grow my business so that it can start sustaining me. I love that we were at this amazing camp, that there are trees to hug, that there's water to climb into. So when I got the, oh my God, deer in headlights, they're talking about business and I don't know what to do, I could always go find a place to decompress. If you're on the fence because you think that maybe you're not far enough along in your personal business, I would recommend coming because I've just barely gotten my feet off the ground and I've got a lot of resources now that I feel like I can go back and start implementing, and the idea of jumping into business for myself is less scary now and I've got more resources.
Hey, this is Emma from Slow Sex in France. And what I really loved here at Sex Geek Summer Camp with Reed Mihalko is that we can be real, we can be awkward, we can be weird, we can be authentic, we can be honest in business, and it works. And that's a huge thing for me to take away, that I do not have to look a certain way. I do not have to change anything about me. Just me being myself is what works most. I don't have to look professional. Being real, authentic, genuine human is the best. So that's what I got out of here. And funny thing, the latest few months, I was so lazy. I didn't want to update my website. I didn't want to do anything. And being here now, I'm like, I cannot wait to update my website. I cannot wait to do everything. I have so many projects. Now I'm going. So I really needed that. Thank you so much. I think what happens here has a huge impact in the industry in the US, and I want to see the same thing in France.
Hello, I'm Michael Gachet of michaelgachetsextherapy.com, more easily found at mikemft.com, marriage and family therapist. I really enjoy Sex Geek Summer Camp for what it gives to me and what it gives to my ability to meet people in the community, at the community at large. My ability to actually get and have experiences with individuals who are poly and kinky and have some sympathy and empathy and friends that I can go to and understand more of what I don't tend to know from my training or haven't actually met people, and making friends and individuals who can be a support to what I do in my life. One thing I would say I'm experiencing is the ability to have enlightening experiences, first-time experiences, the ability to have wonderful food in the woods, have a nature experience, like the ability to have, this is my yearly break sometimes. So if you're a therapist or counselor or professional, I'd like to say that it's a really safe place and a really wonderful place with a lot of great sets of like boundaries and intentions and the ability to experience what you want to experience and have the ability to talk to those people that are around you and maybe you'll never meet. And also gives you great opportunities for referrals, for the ability to consult with somebody, and to get a better perspective on so much.
I'm Janet, and my website is janettrevino.com. And I think what I learned the most here at Sex Geek Summer Camp, what I put together my teaching styles with the revenue streams. Now that might not make a lot of sense to you out there, but what I recognize in myself was like what I'm really good at. Like I'm really good at interview processes and communicating with other people. So I took that with like how I would like to make money, and one of the types of ways, like making money with podcasts, I never really considered that as an option for myself. So I thought, I don't know, it just didn't seem like it was my thing. But when I put together that with the demographic of people I want to work with, which are women between the ages of 25 and 45, when I put all that together, it suddenly it snapped. Like there was this moment of, oh my gosh, I can see myself creating a podcast for this group. And because the podcast is anonymous, and we can talk about sex. And it was so simple. Something that I've been trying to like rack my brain of different ways I can reach out to people and make sex ed really accessible to my demographic. And I found that just how Reed kind of breaks it down for you, and then you just put it together. It's like math. At the end, it equals something. And for me, it equaled this amazing idea that I guess I couldn't have figured that out. So coming to Sex Geek Camp was exactly what I needed to put the pieces together. For all of you who are on the fence thinking, should I go, should I not go, know that for me, I kept put it out of my mind until I got here, and I just came with an open heart to whatever might happen, and I've been blown away. It brought me so much clarity, it's brought me passion, it's brought me now contacts with people that I didn't know, and it's so much information and ways that I can access through all the people that are here. It's amazing. It's worth it, and it's so cheap. Honestly, I look at the price and think, yeah, it's true. This is worth so much more, and thousands of dollars I've been offered in the past to get what I got here for around $500. You just can't get better than this. Even if you're not in the sex industry, this is amazing for anybody. Do you have anything to say?
I actually came to support Janet last year and this year also. I'm not in the field that she's in, but I'm in the entertainment field, musician. So I just kind of came to listen. And I realized that everything that Reed was talking about was very, very helpful, even if you're not in this particular type of business. If you have your own business, you're trying to be your own boss, these classes and courses were awesome in helping me discover how to promote myself, how to be my own agent, how not to be lazy anymore because I think I don't know how to do it. And those lessons are all taught here. And I think you need to press that button and come on out.
I really enjoyed this year having the flexibility to do whatever I wanted to do. And I think the pressure has been taken off to attend everything, especially if you have the finances to purchase like the videos later or to be able to attend some implementation stuff afterwards. So I've been getting really good rest and sleep, and that's felt really good for me, and I can still participate during the day. So that's for me. And about you? What have you really enjoyed?
I love the food and the bonfires and playing the bongos and singing with a guy called Fish.
What I would say to you who you're on the fence about coming to Sex Geek Summer Camp, I would say this really helps you slow down. And usually we have all these ideas in our head and they're congested and we're not really sure where to start. This takes you step by step and slows you down so that you can finally start putting the small pieces together that really gives you that big explosion idea that you needed to really launch yourself. And then of course the people that you meet really helps to integrate some of those small ideas and gets you inspired. That's my story.
Hi, my name is Mady. I own Self-Serve Toys in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're a women-owned and run education-based sex shop. My website is selfservetoys.com. I'm a second-year camper, and I love Sex Geek Summer Camp. I love it so much. This year, I learned something totally different than I learned last year, so I think that's pretty cool. Some coming to different events. Sometimes, you go to one place and then it just is the same. And because of the diversity of experiences that the campers bring to the table, every year I think will be exceptionally different. And that is very powerful. And I think this year what I really learned is that I'm not alone. I think there are a lot of hard conversations that we need to have as sex educators right now about power and what things mean and how we move around this space in a way that is responsible. And this year I have spent a huge amount of time having those conversations with the people who I respect most and the people who are all feeling the same things in our own towns and our own communities and trying to figure out how to be good to ourselves and to the world. And so that space has been really, really valuable for me. And just not feeling alone is, I think, something we're all reaching for. And Sex Geek Summer Camp gives me that. This year at camp, I have loved taking time for myself to connect with people and not feel guilty about it. I am on all the time. My job is really hard. I talk about sex all day long, every day to people. And most of the time, it's very much like from me to the public or from me to people who I'm working to help. And like right now, I'm a mess. Like I don't have a bra on. I just went swimming in the creek. I'm worried about how I look on camera. And I get to have space at camp where that is okay. And I can just be fully and completely in my body, in myself. And very few spaces in this world offer us those opportunities. So if you are on the fence about coming to camp, I think one, make sure it's within the space you have. I work all year to be able to do it. But if you can make it work, the connections and the community and the space to be in a beautiful outdoor space with people who you share values with is an incredible investment in your self-care and in your sense of self. And I know for a fact that I will be bringing a better me back home to Albuquerque, and the connections that I make here will give me an interconnected web of people that I can lean on when I need help. So I hope to see you next year. We can have s'mores and go skinny dipping and change our lives together.
Hi, I'm Vera from sexdoula.com, and this is my second year here at Sex Geek Summer Camp. And I returned because there was so much great content the first year that I wanted to get it taken in one more time so that I'd really have it down. There's such great information on how to get my business started and growing and how to reach my demographic. But the thing that I love most about Sex Geek Summer Camp and what I get out of it, and why I'll probably return year after year, is the connections I make with other sex educators. They're really priceless. We help grow each other's businesses, and there's really only one way to do that, and that's in person. And that's one of the things that makes Sex Geek Summer Camp so special. If there's any fence sitters out there, you're not sure if you want to join us this coming year. I brought somebody who was on the fence this year and convinced them to come, and they are so happy that they're here, and they got so much out of it. And I wouldn't have put my name on that endorsement with them if I didn't think that was going to be the case for really anybody that wants to be in this field. So I hope to see you at Sex Geek Summer Camp.
Hi, I'm Dawn Sarah from dawnsarah.com. That's SERRA. I am a sex and relationship coach, and I also have a sex podcast. So let me just tell you this. I am not a camper. I am the world's biggest princess, and I was feeling really sad about having to be in a tent for 5 days, and it's actually been amazing. Connecting with people and really being able to make community and to not feel alone. I've made so many connections here, opportunities for people to be on my podcast, people who want me on their shows, just being able to really brainstorm new ideas with people who get it instead of having to kind of constantly explain, which I find I have to do in more traditional business courses. So if you just really want a solid sense of community and you're looking for a place where you can just bounce off lots of ideas and feel really uplifted, then come, because you're really, really going to love just the energy and the people that you meet, and it's going to change your life.
Hi, I'm Dan Powers with Beyond the Bedroom. The number one thing that I've gotten from the Sex Geek Summer Camp is really narrowing my focus. We've looked at doing video, so I've got a little bit more experience doing video than some of the other people that I just saw before me. But I'm still learning that as well. And for fence sitters, the thing I would tell them is this is the number one place that I've come to meet people that are in my same position. People who are struggling to figure out how am I going to make a business out of teaching sex education, something along those lines. I've gone to a number of different events that have sex therapists and professional presenters, and those aren't my peers. These are the peers that are right here, people that are struggling to get their businesses going, just like me, just like you.
I'm Yoni Alkin at elementsofsexuality.com. I've learned so many awesome things here. But I think the number one thing that I've learned is that every person on their path gets something else from Sex Geek Summer Camp. And I'm hoping to come next year. And next year I will learn something completely different. And the things that we talked about are going to touch me in a totally different way and make my business even better. The thing I like about Sex Geek Summer Camp so much is actually the people. You're surrounded by your clan. You get in touch with fantastic people, have brain geeky sex with everyone, which I mean you have brain sex, which is fantastic. You just sit and talk deeply into subjects that usually you can't talk to other people about, and all of a sudden you're surrounded by your peers and you can just get amazing opinions.
Hi, I'm Rena McDaniel of PracticalAudacity.com. I am so excited to share with you about Sex Geek Summer Camp. I'm a new camper this year. All of this is brand new to me. I'm from Chicago, so being in the woods is a nice change from my everyday. One thing I've learned that I think I'm really taking away from camp is that everybody has imposter syndrome. It's been really affirming to have a lot of people that I consider to be my heroes and people that have been in the field for a long time saying, hey, I still have those little gremlins in my head saying that I don't know what I'm doing or that I'm not good enough, but I did it anyway, and that's where I am, why I am where I am today, is that I did the work. I put out those really terrible YouTube videos. I did audio that was really terrible. I wrote a blog post that in retrospect didn't make any sense. But doing the work and doing it, not being afraid of looking silly or failing, is where people are getting to where I eventually would love to be. So that was a huge takeaway for me. I've really enjoyed getting to know the other campers, the presenters here. That has been a highlight, is building that community. As far as one thing that I would say to somebody who's on the fence about whether or not you should come, you should come. If you're thinking about it, then something in you is telling you to get here. It's a really great way to invest in yourself, to invest in your business, but also to invest in self-care. There's a creek. It's bubbling. I'm sitting by a bubbling creek, and I'm writing it off for tax purposes. So those things are great. I would highly recommend investing in yourself and being here next year. All right, thank you.
So the biggest thing that I've gotten out of summer camp, I'm at Sex Geek Summer Camp. Did you know that? The biggest thing that I've gotten, and you can probably tell that this is a real stretch for me, is actually being in front of the video camera. I've never had a video taken of me before coming here. And I've taken 4 today. So that's a huge high five!
And if you're on the fence about coming here and you're not here right now, you should be here, but hopefully you will come next time because this is the awesomest place I've ever been to. Thank you.